welcome to a special edition of Life Theories. It's a impromptu one. We call it in professional wrestling, we call an audible. An audible is when you actually change the outcome of a match mid-range. So we called an audible today, ladies and gentlemen.
Today.
Yeah, we called an audible, and we have Batman and Nightwing from the Titans, and we could be joined by Starfire. But how you going, big fella? What's happening?
I'm very good, man. I'm integrating these energies the best I can, and I'm getting some leeway with it lately.
Yeah, it's been
I don't want to speak too soon because you know that the universe is always listening.
Look, I think with the retrograde that's going through the 6 planets that have done, I mean, there's been a lot of communications, a lot of things have come up for you to deal with, and also a lot of things that you got to. I think they're giving you a lot of hints into where you got to go, whether it be, they're telling you like synchronicities and stuff. They say something's coming up to say, look closely at this. This is not where you're supposed to be in life. You're supposed to be here, and you got to trust. There's a lot of trust involved, you know. So
that happened to me yesterday, man. I was invited out to a surprise party, and I was invited out on the Tuesday night or Wednesday night. I can't remember which day it was, but I had a couple of days to decide whether I was going or not. And in my head, I decided I was going to go, but my intuition was telling me, don't go, man. Don't go. So it come to like 2 days before, and then I made the decision not to go. And then this energy lifted from within inside of me, Jay. It was fucking unbelievable, man.
So what happened?
I was going against what my intuition was telling me when I said to myself I was going to go. And then the moment I made that decision not to go, that's when the energy lifted, and I felt so much lighter. I felt like it was the right decision, because I know that if I go out, I'm going to end up having a little drink, and then the next morning I ain't going to get the sleep that I need. I'm going to be intoxicated, and it puts me back about 2 weeks. Do you know what I mean? I missed the gym for a few days, so I had to make that decision and that sacrifice to stay in last night. I had the kids anyway, but I let the missus go out. The missus went out. I stayed in, watched the kids, but it was an eye opener for me, Jay, because we tend to go against what we know inside. Do you know what I mean? And deep down, we know wrong from right. We know when we should be doing something and when we shouldn't be doing something, but it's just that we don't tend to listen to our intuition.
I think we trust, mate. I was going to say, we don't think we trust. I think the other thing that Karen taught us, that one, Karen.
Yeah.
The one we trust. I think that has connected me a lot to the universe, and actually centering myself with the, I guess, being involved and being a part of that universal power. And it's also given me a lot more confidence in myself. But you're right about the synchronicities. It's amazing. I made a big decision a couple of weeks ago. Well, not even a couple of weeks ago, of, changing jobs to a point of having a year off, which is not going to hurt. It's just a case of basically I get a year off unpaid, but I go and do relief teaching. Mm-hmm. You know how frigging good it felt when I actually said, yeah. I'm doing that.
Paper. Another thing, money is the root of all evil. No, money is not the root of all evil, okay? The people that hold the money is the problem. Money can eradicate poverty, homelessness. It can help feed the hunger. Do you understand? There's so much things you can do with money. It's the person in particular that obtains the money may be evil. So if we grow up with those beliefs, money is the root of all evil, then how do you expect to obtain a large amount of money if you believe if you have this, then you're going to turn evil, or you need to do evil things to obtain money? Do you know what I mean, Joe?
Absolutely. I look at it this way, as we go about thought patterns and all those kind of things. If we've got our programming the way we have been programmed, what we're doing, like we've done the work, and people don't realise how much work we've really done to get to where we are. It's not that
we don't realise.
We don't. Oh, hey, wait till Diana comes. Diana's coming on here soon too. She'll tell you all about it, mate. Bloody hell, there's a fucking change for you. Honestly. There's a change for you. Bloody hell. Yeah, I mean, the amount of work from our first chat, mate. You know, like, just to let you know, guys, we've never met, but we're family here. We've never met, like, in person. I reached out to Cortez, and then we got chatting, and then he got Diana and Sarah, and then the Titans were born, you know what I mean? So it's just, you got to go. I think the big thing with flow, let's talk about flow really quickly before Diana gets...
Yeah, let's talk about
I think flow for us is scary in some ways because you don't trust, because you don't know that you've got choice, freedom, and peace of mind within you. We're getting distracted by all this shit out here. But we got to go to the flow. We're not trying to impress the Joneses. We're trying to impress us.
That's
so you go with the flow, but obviously with the flow is what you know. So we didn't know some of the things that how to express what was wrong with us, what was going on, how to change that. You know, and some of the things that we're going to be doing as the Life Theories crew, and as I've started doing with a lot of people, is talking about their, you know, simply writing down gratitude. So that's what I'm doing on Whitefeather, just before I hand it over to the big fella.
And why do you do that? To get yourself in that flow state, that vibrational state of being, that state of gratitude. It's a flow state of being.
Correct. It's powerful to write too, so we're getting our right attitude. And
it's a mindset. Abundance is a mindset. If you can reprogram yourself every day to accept good things happen to you, because we as humans expect the worst. We prepare for the worst automatically.
And do you think we're distracted by what we've got around us? Like we've got computer games, which are great things. Don't get me wrong. I love playing computer games, watching video, but they're all distractions. Let's be honest.
They are all distractions, and they can be used for positive as well, like you said. But at the end of the day, if you don't minimize the amount of time you have on these gadgets and social media and certain things like that, then your life's going to pass you before your eyes and you have not done nothing with it. And that's what they want. That's exactly what they want. You see, it's being able to, like Jay says, being in a flow. If he wasn't imagining and believing and expecting this band of his to become a reality, then it wouldn't have. Do you understand? It was the energy that Jay directed into his dream. Why he is now experiencing his dream. That's the only way any of us can experience something, is if we believe first that we can experience it. And that's just short and curlies of it. There's nothing in our lives that we are not experiencing as part of our reality that we don't believe we should experience, or we deserve to experience. You know what I mean? We have to believe we deserve things before we experience it.
Something that I've learned, we are a main event. The four of us are a main event. How do you get to a Roger Federer, Rafa Nadal, Serena Williams? They're a main event. They have a set mindset. You know, Aaron Doherty and Victor Otto, same thing. They got a main event mindset. There you go. There's someone we can copyright for ourselves. Main event mindset. If you're not living in a main event mindset, you're fucking going to be mid-card or a curtain jerker. Curtain jerker means opener.
That's call the first time curtain jerkers. Curtain jerker.
Curtain jerker. But that's what it comes down to. Have a look at it.
I could think of a different meaning for that, mate. But I ain't.
Yeah, so can I. We'll leave it at that.
Sorry. But yeah, 100%, man. It's like you said, Joe. It's taking a step back and analysing what you need to tweak in your life in order to make it better. And it's nice to hear.
Well, how I look at this, even what happened with my mom, I was talking to Sarah a little bit, she's into the medium stuff and probably gonna try to communicate stuff like that, but we think like, it just seems like it was almost like a dark entity, like kind of like took over her, man, because she wasn't herself the past 6 months. She wasn't there. Like, I've never seen her like that. And we talk about dark entities and stuff, what's going on, and I honestly think it was kind of a test for me too. I hate to say it, but I think that was kind of like something was trying to take me down a little bit by doing that to see how I would react, get me to go back into old patterns. I know that sounds a bit weird, but man,
nah, that's not weird at all.
But like, I have a weird feeling that there's something. I mean, obviously she had her own thing she was dealing with, but dude, the way that happened, that was too bizarre. And like, and I think, when we're trying to do too much, trying to shine lighter and stuff, when I think there was something darker going on with her, because her soul wasn't there. Like, I've never seen her like that. Past 6 months, she wasn't here. She was just I've never seen that before. It was like something took over her and like
body snatched.
Do that, man, and the way she did it, like, she just went up to her room and like, with my dad, I don't want to make a noise. Are you in a meeting? Like, it was some weird shit you see in a movie, and so I think it's a test for me, like, okay, she's gonna, whether it's a dark entity trying to test me or something, but it's like, oh, she's gonna go fail, she's gonna go back into your addiction, she's gonna go. I was like, no, man, this is why we do what we do, because we're trying to, like, overcome that kind of stuff. And I feel like that was a big test for me, and I was like, I don't want to go back to that level, because then I go back towards that kind of shit. And I felt the way she's felt before. I've had dark things take over me with that addiction and stuff. That was horrible. That like, I wasn't like, that wasn't me either. That was like, I was and I've even had recently, I've had times where I've gone, like, I went to the gas station, to get gas, and this guy came up to me I used to like party with, whatever, and like up to my car kind of shit. Like, I'm being tested. I'm being really like I'm like, dude, well, and like, I was driving my dad off at the bar, whatever, I give him a ride, whatever, to go sometimes so he doesn't have to drive, and someone came up to come on, dude, like, this shit's the most, but, and the people that are messaging me, I mean, people are really trying to bring me back into old shit. I mean, it's like I'm getting thrown all different, even we're going into ex-boyfriend, we're going into, so I'm just like, nope, I know what I'm doing. That's cool, you can try, but I'm not going that level. I was miserable. I went to that dark night of the soul. I know where that shit goes. And I'm not, this feels good, like, this feels on alignment, this feels right, doing this kind of stuff, and I finally got everything together and I feel better. I'm like, I don't, I mean, there are some temptations, sometimes you're low vibration, sometimes I'm like, oh man, I could want to get effed up a little bit. I'll be honest, especially everything I have with my mom, I get these thoughts that come in, they're like, oh man, it'd be nice to just kind of like, especially if my dad triggers me a little bit, I'm like, oh, it'd be nice to maybe escape for a little bit, but I know that's
old programming. They're just old thought patterns. 100%.
I just replace it with I just do what I've been doing. I just kind of replace it, like, look, I'm going on a hike today. I do this kind of stuff. I channel into the YouTube, and that's why I'm even getting into podcasting now. I'm about to start recording podcasts because I need a little bit of an outlet. There's a lot of trauma that happened, and I don't want to go back into. I need to do something like to.
Yeah,
100%. What's the key thing you're doing about that? But just I need an outlet, man. Because I mean, I go to a therapist. I talk to you guys, but it's a lot deeper. That's like some heavy shit.
What's the key word? What's the key thing you're doing?
What do you mean?
What's the key thing?
On the
you're making a choice.
Oh, make it. Oh,
Greg and Michael. Hello, Greg, Riley, and Michael McNair, my mentors and my great teachers. You have just worked out that you had a choice. Something I didn't realise I had a bloody choice for about 46 years. And I didn't really realise that I had the choice to make of which direction you're going. You've got the power of choice. And we all have that. We all have the power of choice. We have the power to say we are free in a lot of ways. Yes,
unless we've been body snatched, you see.
Well, that's different. That's going down that thing, but we'll just say it's a general thing, yeah.
Okay. I'm just saying.
No.
It's true. It's real what Dinah was saying, and
I think
a lot of people don't talk about it enough, and because whether it's because of fear, whether because they're not open enough to it, but we've really got to understand that. Even down to drinking alcohol will open you up to be.
It opens up like I was reading about that, and and there are people that keep on asking me to go and drink with them and stuff.
Yeah.
And even like, I mean, that wasn't really my problem. Drugs are more, but I have a feeling, and especially with going with grief and trauma like I have right now with my mom's shit, like that would just bring me down to a whole, and it might make my inhibitions low. It might make, and like people are literally coming at me all the time. Even I go to work, right? Like people are like, you want to go to happy, like people, I see what's going on, man. I'm like, dude, I'm not even gonna touch that because even if I wanted to, I just don't think it's in alignment with, and it will stop me from making videos. And yeah, and it is a depressant, dude. It makes me depressed, and it makes my body feel like shit.
100%.
If you went that way, right, which is, I know exactly what you're saying. So you're dropping your energy. Yeah. Okay, it's even with the food you eat and everything like that.
You've got a spiritual shield. You have a spiritual shield.
Yes, that's right. And you can let your stuff in.
And then your spiritual shield diminishes and diminishes and diminishes. The more you get drunk and drunk and drunk, and then there's nothing shielding you for that entity to take over your body snatch you, and then you're doing things you don't want to do. You're saying things you don't want to say. Do you understand? And it's not you. And someone said this is not like you because it's literally
they call it spirits. You. Alcohol. They call it spirits
for a reason. Literally,
it's literally called spirits.
They're taking the piss out of us, done, ain't they? They're really taking the piss out of us. This has been a good chat. This has been a good chat, mate.
It has.
I think Diana's camera's frozen.
Oh, Mercury retrograde, ladies and gentlemen. If you didn't believe it, you got it right here now. Look at this. It's called Mercury retrograde.
This is proof.
Proof, yeah. If you didn't believe it, lifetheories.com.au.
Right, Jay, I'll close up. Thank you guys for coming on today, man. It's been a blessing and a pleasure to have you lot join us today with Nightwing and
Batman,
Robin over here. Starfire, sorry. You know, do you know what? I've been absent from a lot of these guys, so but forgive me if I get the names wrong, but I will be on every single week from now on, joining the best 3 people around, man. And like I say, Jay, you tell them where to visit us if they want to come and support the channel.
You got Life Theories, obviously. We've got our Life Theories videos, which is on Spiritual Needs TV with the big fella down that way. With the big fella, Spiritual Needs TV. You can go on to all our socials on Facebook, TikTok, and we've got Instagram. So we've got Spiritual Needs TV. We've got Diana, the lovely Diana from Virginia. She's on Trailblazers of the Universe. Get on her. She gets lots of motivational stuff. And talk about synchronicities. She brings it out with us. And also, we've got Small Sarah Big Soul in Canada. Our little pixie,
hey, Sarah.
Raven.
She couldn't join us today, but she is out fighting the baddies.
She fights the battle. She calms us all down.
That's it. That's why we're a bit hyped today, guys.
Yes, there you go. But she's Small Sarah Big Soul, and obviously you can get us on Life Theories. Send us your ideas. If you want to we're going to start having guests on very, very soon. So, and also you can get me on Journey of a Whitefeather. Season 2 started. I've got 4 episodes coming up in the next couple of weeks. And yes, the book is coming out. But thank you so much for joining us on Life Theories. It's been a great audible, as we called it. It's an audible. Like we do in pro wrestling, we called it an audible. We got on here, and it's been fantastic to get the 3 of us on. The big fella's back, and we're ready to rock and roll next week.
I'm back. I'm back.
Ready to rock and roll.
Feeling good, guys.
Sold out.
He's got his guitar out.
I got my guitar. I sold out the hotel.
I'm going to write a song for you next time, guys.
If you like Wasp, get on it. Wild Child, Wasp Tribute Australia, one of the best in the world. Anyway, we're a main event, as we've been talking about. Thanks very much. Take care. Love yous all. We'll see you soon.
Peace.